Good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. I hope that you guys are doing okay today. As you come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, but definitely hit the like button. I hope that you guys are doing okay this evening. It is a hot day in the Mississippi, Tennessee area. I had to get out and do some video work today. It is flaming hot, and so I decided to get on today to speak about, of course, y'all know I'll be on tonight, but I decided to get on to and do a little short live on Key Glock. I was looking at on the, oh Lord, on the Paper Route Empire page that Key Glock had posted on his Instagram, um, that he will never forgive them. He said, "Never would I forgive them. That's God's job." I think I'm missing. Yeah, he said, "Never would I forgive them. That's God's job." And he said, "I might seem happy or whatever, but really I'm not. All I see is death." You know, when Dolph was first killed, and I think I've spoken about this before, and you know, I've had people to come into my um lives and stuff, or to even have something to say about me being pro pre, which I don't understand what they pissing and moaning about. They don't have a damn thing to do with what I feel. And I say that with love. Okay. Sometimes I have to be brash and go South Memphis, because I can't. It's one thing when people disagree with you, it's another thing when they think they can chastise you for what you believe. That's a controlling freak. And y'all know how I feel about those. I don't have many triggers, but thinking you can control me is one. Okay. Um, I think with Glock has gotten a lot of flack. And I rise with Glock because I know Glock had nothing to do with Dolph's death. And for me, y'all know how I am. I'll get all emotional, and I'll get mad in a minute when I feel like it's some funny stuff going on. But I was always told that those young men was looked at, okay? Because in Memphis, most of these young men, all of them, I'm talking about all of these young men, especially around their age, a lot of them, the majority of them have some type of gang ties or affiliation, okay? That's just how their environment is, unfortunately. Okay. So a lot of those young men were looked at closely and eliminated. Even if they did not necessarily feel like they were involved, they still have to be eliminated. They already knew the direction. You heard what the police chief said. I think I had played that video where the police chief Davis already knew that night when she was asked were they taking sending extra cars to certain areas, and she kind of let some stuff slip out when she said that people that we may be looking at or feel like may have an affiliation, and she kind of let that slip out with this case of course we're taking extra precautionary measures. And I won't say the restaurant that they asked her if extra cars was being sent to, so she kind of let that slip out, right? But Glock them had nothing to do with Dolph's death. One of the reasons that they took Dolph out, I think I've said this until I'm already chocolate, so I guess the only color for me to go is blue, until I was blue in the face. That um that um One of the reasons that Dolph was taken out was because they wanted to handicap also people like Key Glock and all of them, because you got a lot of these people that have been in the industry forever, and Dolph was teaching them the independent route, and Key Glock then was having more money than even some of them because they tied up in them them 360 deals where they're gonna be a runaway slave. The only thing they could do is be a damn runaway slave. They could run away, they're gonna still be a slave. They tied up in these slave deals. And the thing that has always gotten me is that, instead of them getting with Dolph to try to come up with a plan and cut out the middle people, continuously cut out the middle people, they get with the slave oppressors, just and they get with the oppressors and help to keep them enslaved. Boy, we're gonna give you $1 million, and we gotta take old Dolph out of here, because we gotta keep y'all slaves, and we're gonna give you some. We're gonna make you famous. So, oh boy, you gonna give me $1 million and make me famous? Oh yeah, I'll stay a slave. Instead of getting together, I don't understand the mindset of our people. I think all this lean, and which is ain't nothing but liquid heroin, all of this lean and these chemicals, which they call weed, you know it's definitely a chemical now, because they're not growing, it's not a herb anymore. And all of this heroin and all of these narcotics that these black men are on, okay, these black men and black women, it is messing up their mind, and doing anything for money. Okay, you got somebody, it's evident these black men have become, um they will become complete predators, and these black women too, for a dime. Okay, and there is evident of it. It ain't nothing I'm pulling out my butt. We see it every single day. They won't turn down money. Go kill your mama. How much you gonna give me? Okay, I'll do it. I mean, it's nothing that they wouldn't do for some money, and it's got our community messed up. So a bunch of jealous people and a bunch of higher uppers who did not want Dolph to change the game and pull black people out of slavery and help to financially liberate and create generational wealth. Okay? Truly create generational wealth, not an illusion. Damn the famous stuff. Okay? But truly create generational wealth. They didn't want that. They didn't want them around. They just didn't. And so now what they did was they all came together and they paid a bunch of little snotty nose kids to go and kill him. Well, Cornelius ain't no kid though. He about 33 years old. Okay. Cornelius was definitely involved. Okay. So he knew better. That's why he was able to go up on the radar a little more, because he had about 10 years on them kids, them little snotty nose straight dropping them. And JoJo splat in them, some of those kids that was out there, you know. And so the lengths that they was going to try and cover this situation up, y'all, what they're doing now, even with the stuff that is going on the internet, it's just it is completely out of control. Okay, it is completely out of control. I think that is sad. So now we've taken him out. So we already hired these crash dummies, coupled with some more people. It was quite a few people involved in this, in helping to take Dolph out. Okay, and the good thing about it is it's not like um the authorities don't know, right? It's not like the authorities don't know what happened to Dolph. Okay, it's just a matter of tying it all up to get everybody. Okay, so I truly believe, people get mad at me because they say she the police chicker. Well, I truly believe in the law and justice. I understand that it takes time. I know, sometimes I hear people say, "Well, why aren't they doing anything?" I worked for the police department so long. I understand that when you're trying to get a airtight case, sometimes it takes a minute. When you report stuff and you're able to present some stuff to some people for them to start looking into, sometimes it might look like that the people that are committing the offenses are winning, but it's actually not, because they're so stupid. They continuously do it because they think that they don't know who they are, or that they can hide behind a computer. But I understand that with justice, That's why when it becomes redundant to me when people go, but when, I don't know when, when they finish. I'm okay with it. I understand when you start doing microwave cases, the worst thing in the world that could happen is if they charge some more people and they get let off. I don't like impatience when it comes to justice because I've seen killers walk free. Okay. I've seen that. And that's one of the worst things in the world for somebody to be able to walk free and smirk in the camera and then can walk off and say, I did it, and can never be tried again because of the double jeopardy law. That's why I'm very patient as as it relates to anything. That's why you'll always hear me say, if you don't believe me, just wait and see because it's going to happen. Okay. I understand that it takes time to tie things up because of the laws and how the laws are. Okay, so that's why I've never wavered away from Dolph is going to get justice. Okay, and I think it's a shame that not only they take him out, now they're working on taking his artist out. They would really like to kill him because see, at one time I truly believe that they had targeted Snoop Bands and not believe the person that told me knew this was a law enforcement officer saying that Snoop Bands was being targeted. They had got intel on that by some of the same people. It came from the same little areas or group of people that conspired to take young Dolph out. So we don't hear a lot about that anymore. But because I was flaming mad, that's why you saw me doing stuff about that. I was like, dog, they helped to take him out. They put a bag on his head. Now they want to take out this little artist because Snoop Bands is one of those ones that's up next also. He was constantly going up. They was mad about that. Snoop Bands and them are out in the street. It gave the authorities and the FBI the opportunity to see, oh, okay, now we see, Snoop Bands, I guess they thought they was daring them to say anything. Okay, well, I'll come in the hood. What you gonna do, nigga? You double his age. What you talking about? And see, that's why I can't understand why people are not mad about these Negroes that's double these young dudes' age. And they say, I'm a boss. I'm a millionaire, nigga. You pitiful. If all you can do is use your money to put bags on people and to hire internet trolls, okay? Because when you're arguing and going back and forth with kids that are young men that are half your age, it's something wrong with that. That's why you hear me get on here and say, well, I don't really know what that situation was with Glorilla, but Glorilla is my girl's age. I've worked with the youth before. I just cannot, when I see them trying to better themselves and I know the conditions that they came from, I can't spit on that. I can't do it. I won't do it because I have children their age. And as a mother, I can't do it. I've walked in those areas and seen how those people live in those areas that those kids came out of. I can't do that. I can't. And those areas was impoverished even when I was younger. And it has gotten worse with time. Okay, so all I say is I wish she has went on and did it the independent way, but I don't know a situation. I just hope she had her paperwork right and the folks do it right. They don't have a history of doing people right from what I hear, but I can say I hope that they do it right, right? But I think it's a shame, getting back to Key Glock, um, of how people have just really pissed on Key Glock. All he trying to be like Dolph. Why wouldn't he try to be like Dolph? Dolph was his mentor. If he went and tried to be like T.I., I'd be pissed off. If he went and tried to be like Gucci or Master P, even though I love Master P, I'd be pissed off. He was Dolph's mentee, and the mentee is always going to have similarities as the mentor. I think that's who else would he want to be like? Represent your damn boss to the fullest. You should see Dolph in some of all of them. His style in some of all of them, because not only was he their boss, he was their mentor. But people have tried to tear Key Glock down because Key Glock has stepped in and gotten a lot of shine. And one thing that we know about us, we love success. Even though we don't want to get out and try to get no success, but we hate on or hate successful people. Key Glock didn't have nothing to do with Dolph. Key Glock didn't have a death. He didn't have a history of trying to take Dolph out. It ain't even that hard. I don't understand what's wrong with our people. Okay? I don't. But I ain't gonna get on here and call people all kinds of names and stuff because they don't believe what I'm saying. They'll have to see it come out. And I sure ain't gonna get on here and get mad on them because they they don't believe the lies. Because some of these people get mad when you don't believe they lies. They don't even believe them. Okay, but they have the nerve to get mad. I guess that they get mad. That makes people think that what they're saying is true. Okay, but they did not have anything to do with this. Those two young men that was out there. Okay, straight drop, Cornelius, and some of these other little snotty nosed kids that y'all gonna start to hear about really soon has something to do with that. And just because these kids, these young men knew each other because they all had some type of affiliation. Dolph had some type of affiliation with them too. Okay. At one point, Dolph and Gotti was cool. Are we gonna blame him for being cool? Memphis is not that big, especially when you're talking about a rap circle. But when you saw Dolph, who was trying to get it out of the mud, yes, Dolph is a Leo. He's. I understand how Leos think because I'm a Leo. When you tell me don't do something or I can't do it, I push up against that, nigga. You gonna see. Don't you ever tell me what I'm gonna do. You gonna do to me until I conform. That I tell you what, I'm gonna file charges on you, and you gonna conform to the authorities. But see, Dolph didn't believe in the law. I do. Okay, he didn't believe in that, and I wish he had believed in it because he could have had them niggas. Some of their asses would have been in jail right now because they had a history of trying to take him out. There was a history of it. Key Glock and Nana Pre-Artist had a history of trying to take him out. And I wouldn't give a damn who he signed. It was his label. He could have signed Big Moochie Grape, Uncle Unc, Big Unc, or whoever he wanted to. That was his shit. He didn't have to sign Straight Drop. But that shit had gone on. Straight Drop and Dolph them had fallen out for a couple years. It's a damn shame that these old crusty niggas and they done posted up on YouTube thinking they gonna cover up something. They can't cover up shit. Because the people looking right at their asses. Okay? But they send these little dudes out. That's what they do. They send them out. Now, I was looking at Player Cole and I had watched JoJo Splat for a while. I did a video a long time ago about JoJo Splat. Because in the beginning, it was rumors that JoJo Splat was the one holding that Draco. Now, for me, 99, I feel like it's 99%. There's always room for error. Cornelius. But I don't doubt that JoJo Splat was somewhere in the vicinity. JoJo Splat was having breakdowns on a regular after that happened. Go back and look at the video. I have not eliminated them. I don't talk about him anymore, but I haven't eliminated him as Soldier Boy. Because I believe JoJo Splat, I don't believe Soldier Boy was physically out there, but I believe JoJo Splat was somewhere out there. Maybe in one of them other cars that they hadn't shown yet. Okay? But to sit up and say, because they got on social media and basically said it, okay? The police never would have had, they helped the police to get to as far as they did. They did. So they should thank themselves. When the public is helping, and then you got a bunch of crazy little Negroes that get on social media and brag about something. They made this case pretty easy for the police as far as the leads. So this has been one of the easiest cases for them because a lot of the people that was involved led them right to them, and they got the nerve to be mad at other people, right? But to sit up and try and blame Key Glock is hurting. Dolph was his mentor. Okay. And then to see how people who claim that a lot of people that claim that they was with Dolph has actually switched over. Dolph was getting a lot of money. These niggas was jealous of him. They was jealous. People like T.I. talking about you reap what you sow. Now he reaping what he sow. Because the freak he can't stay out of trouble. And because he said that, God got a specially made whooping for his ass. He already been getting them back to back. He just been dodging them for some reason. I bet if I started looking into it, I'd know why he seemed to be ducking some of this stuff that should have his ass in jail. But I don't try to bust people out like that. I'm not here for that. Okay. But Key Glock is hurting. And I'll be so glad when this Dolph's case is over. And I'm talking about everybody is gotten. And I'm talking about everybody. Because still, to me, it would be a travesty of justice if only, and that when I say travesty, that means miscarriage of justice. If only Straight Drop and Cornelius go to jail and the rest of them ain't got. Okay? If only those two, and that's not going to happen anyways. I can promise you that. That's not going to happen. So, that's why I don't get mad, you guys, about a lot of this stuff, because I know this is going to come to a halt. And some of these people going to be a whole lot of people going to be in jail. But, I understand that justice takes time. I was talking to somebody last night. It's like, hey, it takes time. Because a lot of times when something seems small, it always leads to something bigger. You know what I mean? That's why I say it takes time, but you're not going to see Key Glock or any of Pre going to jail because they didn't have anything to do with it. I want to see the people that had a history of trying to take Dolph out and that ultimately did take him out. I want to see them pay for this. There's a price to pay for this. And it's a damn shame that these black men are out there putting hits on each other and killing each other, then hiring these damn fools on the internet to consistently destroy within our community. But they're doing it themselves. They ought to have some pride. It's time for our people to have some pride. It ought to be something you won't do for $5. Okay? It ought to be. And consistently trying to destroy his legacy, killing him was the ultimate. I mean, that was just sick. But then not only did they want to kill him, they want to do what they've done to a lot of strong black people in history, is to destroy everything that remains of them, their legacy, so that no other rappers could ever know about Young Dolph or what he did, or they could forget about it and not know the blueprint to what Dolph was created, and that is financial independence within the record industry. I can't understand why these cuckabug heads don't want that. Okay? Why consistently want to keep these young men in these contracts and keep them enslaved? Because they can get a nice amount of money still as a label. But what about financial freedom? Some of these black folks ought to be owning some of these distribution companies, but they too bought off too quick. I give you $3 million. Oh yeah, I take $3 million. They're gonna buy a $3 million chain. You still ain't got shit, nigga. You pitiful, and you selling your people out for that. And now they want to destroy Key Glock with Key Glock and them going straight up, because God ain't pleased with what they did, and they're gonna have to pay for that. And I truly believe that some of these young men that was involved in this, that I be looking at sometimes, I think they've come to terms that they're gonna have to pay for it. That's why they troll sometimes. They I guess they feel they got to play like they happy, but they looking over their shoulder because they know there is a price to pay for what they did. And God is gonna get them one way or the other. If he don't get their life, he gonna get their life one way or the other, in jail, or they're gonna ultimately end up where Dolph is. Because you have to reap what you sow. Okay? And I know they know that. I know they got to know it. Some of these foreigners probably don't give a damn about no black people. They don't know nothing about no God either, a lot of them. They laugh at our God. That's why they can do evil things, some of them. And I'm not talking about all of them. And so a lot of these black people start working with them, and after a while, they become zombified also, like the heathen. Our people need some repair. Okay. All right, you guys, please hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And listen, I don't have no issues with no other communities. I love other communities. I love who love me. But I just don't really see other communities loving on the black community. And they take advantage of the black community because our people have become really pathetic, a lot of them, and need some repair. Now, if a black man get mad at what I have to say, with me saying that, what he then they say a hit dog hollers. Nigga, get up off your knees and repair yourself and get back on your throne and lead your women and children instead of trying to come at them and destroy a black woman that's gonna land your ass in federal prison. Okay? Stop doing bomb stuff and get back on your throne and straighten your crown up and lead your community, because that's what the black man is supposed to be doing. Okay? And not letting other people in other communities come and tamper and mess with their women and children. Okay. But anyways, you guys, y'all make sure y'all pray for Key Glock, because I've been knowing that Key Glock was having a hard time. They tried to take what the young man said when he said, I'm content. I'm not, I'm just doing. I know what he meant, because I've said that before my grandmother passed. How you doing? I'm doing. I'm okay now. I'm doing, but I was dying on the inside. But I had gotten to a place where I was okay, even though I was still hurting. I knew exactly. He couldn't even hold his head up. Damn them niggas who get mad at me for defending them. I always will, because I got it from the sources. And I bet you what I say gonna come to pass. He didn't have nothing to do with it. I wouldn't give a damn who get mad. Kiss my ass. Stay off my shit if you're gonna get mad at me. Because I'm gonna talk my shit about Pre, and they ain't have nothing to do with it. And I'm willing to bet everything I got that when it's all said and done, that's how it's going to be. They didn't have nothing to do with it. And it's in the atmosphere that the people, because it's already tracing back, the people who is arrested right now, okay, had an affiliation with the people who tried to take this boy out in the damn past. And that's what it's going to be. And my prayer is that it goes all the way up to the top. That's my prayer. And instead of trying to go against these young men because they're trying to carry on this young man's legacy and pick up the pieces and go on, we ought to be putting our prayer in the right places to try to get these damn terrorists off the street. Because that's what these people that took Dolph out are, terrorists. Them and their minions, okay? But the wheels of justice turn slow sometimes. But I can promise you there's going to be justice. There's going to be a whole lot of them to go. My prayer is that all of them goes, okay? And it won't be Key Glock. So shout out to Key Glock. Much love to him. I send my prayers to him. And I know God is going to heal him in time, okay? All right, you guys, please hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I ain't mean no harm. I know people say I be getting fanatical, but sometimes I get to thinking about what people do. People can say and do whatever they want to do. I don't get mad when people go and say what they feel. You can do 100 videos. I don't give a damn. I get mad when they I get mad at me for saying and feeling what I want to feel. Okay? Now you violating, because you ain't got no damn business being mad at me because I say the investigators say they've been eliminated. And I ride with them. I think I've been putting that out there. Okay? So please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Talk to you later.